Welcome back, everyone, to episode 13 of the US series for Geopolitical Simulator 5. And this episode, we're going to try to improve conditions for businesses throughout the US. And we will also pursue a tax reform that will stimulate employment for companies. So, we want to improve relations with a number of other countries, and the way we're going to do that is through education for exchange students. So we're going to go through a number of different countries, and we're going to attempt to improve relations. At Belize, we're going to do that. So I want to steer towards, yeah, we could try Denmark because we may, in this series, try to purchase Greenland. All right, Dominican Republic, we'll go ahead with that. France, can do that. So France, Georgia, Germany, um, we definitely want Israel. And Ireland and Jamaica and Japan. All right, we could go with Kenya as well. All right, we already have Mexico, New Zealand. Let's go ahead and try Norway. Yeah, we'll do Qatar since we have military bases there. Let's try Sri Lanka. Definitely Taiwan. UK. UAE. We'll try to improve relations there. And we're going to hold off from Ukraine. All right, so that's going to be it.
Sharing this moment of
All right, let's try to delete all of these. All right, so all of these countries accepted. All right, let's take a look over here. All Alright, do we have a chance to hit a... Oh, 685? Yeah, we're gonna try to hit them. Alright, yeah, let's
We
go
are going
ahead.
to violate.
So we're gonna try to get rid of this resurgence that it looks like they're trying to do.
According to their analysis, our services believe that this conspiracy theory no longer interests the public.
Alright, so we don't know if we really... Don't know if we managed to get them or not. Looks like we may have. Alright, let's take a look and see what the casualties are. So we took out 22,000 of, let's see, what type of units? They're extremists. So they only have 10,000 left. So we'll keep this fleet on guard. And let's go to research. Want to improve energy. So that's going to cost us 7 billion. All right, let's go to research. And invest in human and social science.
The bill has been voted on and the law has been passed.
All right. Let's go and... All right, so we need bauxite to help with the production of aluminum. Let's go with 31,000. All right, so hopefully that'll go through. And let's go to the plastic industry. Let's go to worldwide info. And production. Alright, so we're the number 2 producer of plastics. However, we don't produce enough to meet our own demand. So we're going to try to stimulate that. And we're going to make a $5 billion investment. And we're going to put a 15% tariff on China. Alright, so... Alright, so that's going to cost us 926,000. Alright, so that's good.
You have negotiated a splendid contract that will undoubtedly help improve our economy. Again, well done.
Our agents that have infiltrated this organization confirm their window of opportunity. It goes without saying that the operation is risky, but if successful,
Alright,
the short
dismantle.
and long term.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do that. Alright, and we're gonna need a little more energy also. And we're gonna be more specifically looking to produce more natural gas. So we already have a gas well, but that's not the type of gas we're going to be shooting for. So
The bill has been voted on and the law has been passed.
So we're going to build four four shale gas wells. And let's see. Construction. Alright, so we're gonna build four of these. Alright, so that's very good. Alright, that's very good also. Alright, and we have one more. Alright, so there we have it. We have four shale gas wells that's being built.
The bill has been voted on and the law has been.
Although your economy is among the
Your politics are on the right.
Alright, someone was taken hostage. Alright, so let's go to the plastic industry. Let's double check that. Alright, our production went down. Trade balance went up. And let's see, steel. We are going to... Let's do a $5 billion investment.
Your commitment to defending family values is a model for the whole of humanity.
Alright. Nope, we're not going to do that. Alright, go ahead and attack.
One of our drones has detected camouflaged.
Our fiscal performance in the last quarter is poor and shows a deficit, which has forced us to undertake an issuance of debt so that our national and international lenders can take it over.
Alright, so what else can we do here? Let's go to service and let's see. Alright, internet service. Alright, let's go back to industry. Alright, so vehicle production has gone up a little bit. Let's see. Alright, rare earth oxides. Do we have enough of that? We actually do. What about the tire industry? No, we don't. So let's look to see what's involved. Electricity, steel, plastic industry. So because of the plastic industry, I'm going to wait. Alright, let's see what our growth is. 2.85. No, I'm not gonna take Cuba's leader out.
The jokes of the humorist become painful. He makes fun of you in terms beyond caricature, and frankly attacks the very dignity of your function. His sarcasm is commented on in bars and even in recreation yards.
Alright, let's find out who this guy is. Alright, can't figure out who the person is. But since he's a comedian, I can probably figure it out. Alright. Alright, so let's check. Alright, cereals. How much more? Alright, so we're producing more, yet we're actually consuming more also. So how much are we spending? Let's see. How about we do 18 billion?
Our agents that have infiltrated this organization confirm their window of opportunity. It goes without saying that the operation is risky, but
Alright, yeah, we'll go through with that. bauxite. Alright, so it's probably time to do a tax reform that should hopefully bring unemployment down a lot lower and incentivize more employment. So let's go to production tax. All right, so we'll do 10%. And we will call this the, hold on, let's pause this. We'll call this the American, we'll call this the American Employment Incentive Act. All right, so we'll start that out and let's go to revenue and we will lower the tax to 15% for companies. That should spark up more employment, and this number should come down to around the 3.6 range. So let's see if I'm actually correct about that. All right, and let's see. When is this going to go through? All right, so this isn't going to be voted on until almost a month from now. All right, let's. All right, don't have enough manpower. So I'm going to hold off on that.
Here is our growth forecast for the end of the year based on calculations that we made last month. This is a very good figure. Our economy is dynamic.
All right, so that should actually be pushed towards 3%. Unemployment rate dropped to 4%. All right, so that's good. We're doing well. And I guess we could continue to production shut down. All right, am I building another facility there? production shut down. So let's go to energy. Let's do a nuclear fusion plant. Alright, so we're heading towards the midterms. And it looks like our party is doing very well. So it looks like we may actually gain more seats. Alright, let's go to the environment and let's see. We do 10,000 and try that. Alright, so overall we'll have 20,000 of these. Alright, trade agreement. Fusion reactor. It won't be online until October of 2027. Alright, let's see what's going on with Brazil. Tsunami. Alright, we'll just give them 1 million. Alright, let's go to the military. Maybe spotted. Alright. Alright, so let's bring them down there. Yeah, let's bring 4 more. And we'll have them sit
We are
right
going
there.
to attack.
Our governmental cell informs me that it has had the opportunity to approach this potential informer. According to my calculations,
Alright, we'll do that. Alright, let's look at the military. Commandos. Almost to that point. Let's hire more. And that raises commandos up to 15,000. Yeah, we'll meet with him. Alright. Let's look at... immigration. I completely forgot about that. So we're going to reduce the quotas by 2,000. We're going to do a mass deportation operation. And I want to go to justice and stand in accordance against against torture. We're going to sign and ratify this. And then with the police, we are going to hire another 20,000 new officers. Then all right, confirm and all right, so unemployment dropped some. Let's look at debt. So once that tax reform goes through, it should put us in a better
The
position
funeral will take
economically.
place next week. Do you want to attend?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and attend that. Let's go back to let's go to, let's see, Los Angeles, and we'll do we'll do a Hyperloop from Los Angeles to, let's see, Los Angeles to Las Vegas. All right, so we'll confirm that. Don't want 18 months. Let's try to do that in 11 months. And that's a glitch. That should be Vegas, Las Vegas. All right, and for future episodes, let's go and try to get permission to build a train or Hyperloop between Canada and the US.
Good morning! I didn't come empty-handed. In fact, I wanted you to see in order to submit to you this economic contract which, as you will see, is profitable for both our countries.
Alright, so let's see, what are they up to? Fuel. They want to sell us fuel. Let's look at... Well, alright, they do produce enough for their own consumption. I think we're gonna refuse.
I'd be happy.
Alright, what's going on in Indonesia? Alright, so do we want to support them for what they're going through? Yeah, let's go ahead. We'll give them 1 million. Alright, that's all we're gonna give them. Let's look at the free trade. Alright, so we have a couple more days until
This
that.
person is at risk of a scandal.
Couple more days for the reform to go through. Alright, let's get out of that. Alright, let's check police. Alright, so those guys were already hired. Alright, Canada agrees, so that's good for us. Alright, let's go to transportation. And let's get permission from Mexico. Alright, so we'll do Mexico. Ask for permission from them.
The bill has been voted on, and the law is...
Alright, as you can see, unemployment dropped down to 3.76.
The team encountered a factor 10 disturbance hazard, which led...
Oh. Alright, so let's go to Secret Service. And... artist... Let's put him under surveillance. Alright, Mexico agrees, so that's good for us once again. Alright. Alright. So we can replace this plant. This plant is over 50 years old. So let's actually, you know what? I'm going to wait.
The vote was held and the reform was adopted.
Our national team were the tournament champions.
Alright, so the American Employment Incentive Act has passed. So we'll see how that affects unemployment. I drop down to 3.76.
Your conservative management combined with growth prospects reflect a stability that gives us confidence in your solvency and in your leadership. We trust you. Although your economy is...
Alright, so I think I'm going to end this episode. And we will continue in the next episode to strengthen companies within the US. And we'll do a little more infrastructure and kind of start replacing some of these nuclear power plants that are 50 years old. We're going to replace them for safety reasons. And we will continue to work on the agriculture sector. We definitely need to produce more food. So in the meantime, thank you for the support, and I will see you soon.